Have you ever wondered what secrets the lion roaring on the grille of a Peugeot hides? Behind that imposing image, there's a story of ingenuity, ambition, and a family that bet on the future long before the first automobile even existed. From mills to metal, the unexpected origins. Let's go back in time to 19th century France. Forget about engines and roads. We are in 1810, in a small town called Hérimoncourt. Here, the Peugeot family, led by Jean-Pierre Peugeot, runs a mill. But these are not men to stand still. Jean-Pierre and his sons, Jean-Pierre II and Jean-Frédéric, see it clearly. The future is in steel. They transform the mill into a foundry, taking the first steps of what would become an industrial empire. At first, they manufacture everything from saw blades to corset stays. Yes, you read that right. Corsets. But the seed of innovation is already planted. Armand Peugeot, grandson of the founder, is a visionary. At the 1889 Universal Exhibition in Paris, he is fascinated by the gasoline engine. There, amidst the hustle and bustle and modernity, he decides that Peugeot's future is on wheels. The first roars, the automotive adventure. In 1890, Armand Peugeot launches his first automobile, a steam tricycle. It's a modest start, but it marks the beginning of a new era. Competition is fierce, and challenges abound. The first cars are fragile, expensive, and unreliable. But Peugeot doesn't give up. He experiments, innovates, and learns from every failure. In 1896, Armand separates from his cousins, who prefer to continue with the production of bicycles and tools. He creates the Société des Automobiles Peugeot. It is a crucial moment. Armand bets everything on the automobile, and history would prove him right. The early years of the 20th century are a constant race for innovation. Peugeot launches increasingly sophisticated models, participates in automobile competitions, winning some, and establishes itself as one of the leading automobile manufacturers in France. Wars, rebirths, and the lion that roars louder. The two world wars hit Peugeot hard. The factory becomes a supplier to the army, and civilian production is interrupted. But the brand survives, and after each conflict, it resurfaces stronger. The 1950s and 1960s are years of expansion and success. Models like the Peugeot 403 and 404 become symbols of an era. They are robust, reliable, and elegant cars that conquer European and African markets. In 1976, Peugeot absorbs Citroën, creating the PSA Group, Peugeot Société Anonyme. It is a union that generates synergies and strengthens both brands, but also management and business culture challenges. The myth of the Nazi lion, a shadow of the past. But like any great brand, Peugeot is not exempt from controversies and urban legends. One of the most persistent is the accusation that the brand collaborated with the Nazis during World War II, manufacturing vehicles for the German army. Reality or propaganda? The truth is complex. Peugeot, like many other French companies, was forced to work for the German occupiers. Refusal meant the closure of the factory and the deportation of its workers. However, it is also true that the French resistance sabotaged production and that many Peugeot employees actively participated in the fight against the occupation. The controversy persists to this day, fueled by distrust and historical revisionism. But the fact is that the history of Peugeot during the war is a reflection of the complexity and suffering of an occupied nation. Peugeot today, an electrified lion. Today, Peugeot is a global brand, present in more than 160 countries. It is part of the Stellantis Group, one of the largest automobile manufacturers in the world. The brand has adapted to the new times, betting on electrification, connectivity, and avant-garde design. The lion continues to roar, but now it does so more quietly and sustainably. A roar that traverses time. From that mill in Hérimoncourt to the electric cars of the 21st century, the history of Peugeot is an example of how vision, perseverance, and the ability to adapt can transform a small family business into an industrial empire. Because sometimes, behind a simple logo, there is a whole story of innovation, challenges, and a lion that never stopped roaring. Did you enjoy learning about the history of Peugeot? If you want to discover more fascinating stories of iconic brands, subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment with the brand you would like us to analyze in the next video.